Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. MATTROISE here with another live stream tonight of Dark Side of the Ring. How's everybody doing tonight? We are live. And tonight, maybe, just maybe, we'll get some unanswered questions answered as far as what has happened to Brody Lee. Bruiser Brody, that is. Bruiser Brody. I almost got you guys. I got myself there. Bruiser Brody. Bruiser Brody. What's going on, everybody? We are live. Who do we have on the house tonight? Athena Rose. Messiah. Diego Torres. King L. Andy. Wow, thank you, King L. Andy, for that generous donation, man. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much, man. Semi Talks. Rory 2, Rolando. Daniel Levis. Lisa Davis. Steve Wrestling Fan. What's going on, man? Here we go, Dark Side of the Ring. The killing of Bruiser Brody. Savio Vega, okay.
Episode of the show that we ever made. Jason and I grew up as huge wrestling fans, and we both came from the film background. And then he and I got together, and we were like, man, we should make like a scripted series about wrestling, kind of like The Sopranos, Boogie Nights version of the world of wrestling. And we would go to Hollywood and try to pitch that idea, and it just blew over every executive's head.
Savio Vega? That would be awesome, Rory.
We were like, well, I guess we'll have to make a documentary or two first. And it was kind of like to prove that, hey, there's some real stories here that non-wrestling fans would be interested in. And right around this time, we got infatuated with Bruiser Brody. Here's a story where a guy died in the locker room at the hands of another wrestler. And the wrestling world storylines in the fourth wall, all this stuff gets lost in the mixture. And it's really kind of becomes this buried controversy in wrestling. So we thought this was just ripe for rediscovery. Well, stay tuned. Time for our main event.
Yeah.
Act 1 of The Killing.
That's horrible. Horrible. William Shatner, Rory? New Hall of Famer? Jeez. King L. Moxley. What's up, King Cullum?
6'6", 6'7", 350 something pounds. He looked like danger coming. It was the kind of danger you would draw to. People would actually run from him. They just all run and scatter. He had a chain. Sometimes hit people with it. He was just a wild guy. Bruiser Brody's larger than life.
Yeah, Kane? He's in the Hall of Fame, I know. Lisa Davis. Yeah, I'll post the link. In between commercial break, I'll have one of you guys come on and we'll talk for like 2 minutes. And then we'll go back to the show. So, new interactive way of doing StreamYards.
In the world of professional wrestling, it is still the only sport where its characters live in two worlds, where fantasy bleeds out into reality.
So here's the link.
Hi, I'm Mick Foley. In my career, there was one man more than any other I wish I could have had the opportunity to step into the ring with. That person was Bruiser Brody. The day that I got my hands on an old VHS tape with vintage Brody matches was the day that everything changed for me. I wanted to be the next Bruiser Brody.
Rory, he feels ashamed that happened in his country.
Always trouble. After 30 years, we tracked down 3 wrestlers willing to tell their version of what happened that night and to chronicle the life and death of one of wrestling's greatest outlaws. Just in case you don't know who I am, I'm Tony, Mr. USA's Atlas, crawled in the shoulder.
KWO, that's right. Daily Damn Blog.
One of the last people to see Bruiser Brody alive was Mr. USA Tony Atlas, a former bodybuilder turned wrestler and a current WWE Hall of Famer. Okay, LT, stand up. Take a close line over the top. Cameraman, watch out. That was the shittiest finish I've ever seen. Dirty Dutch Mantel is one of the business's most infamous villains in front of the camera. Has the taste returned to your mouth after I slapped it out just a few seconds ago? One of wrestling's greatest minds behind the scenes. In your experience, did you work with Brody? I never did. I never had a match with Brody. But he beat the shit out of me. And then there's the bad man from the Sudan, Abdullah the Butcher. Abdullah was also
Is that a real spider he ate?
greatest in-ring nemesis.
This is a very graphic display exactly what the world of professional wrestling is all about on the dark side. So
I've been in the business for 53 years.
Look at his head.
What else can I say? My name is Abdullah the Butcher, right? I'm not a wrestler. I don't grab holds. I use karate. I use jujitsu. Okay? I'm not a wrestler. I can beat you up anytime that I want to beat you up. You understand?
Hey,
Right behind
Peter
me.
Rodriguez.
Give me the fork so I can stab it all in his head. Then you'll know. Let me tell you something. Don't you ever say that me and Brody was fake. We are not fakes. We kept bringing them back and back. And the people would say, when I seen that match, that was no bullshit. What would a match resemble between Abdullah and Bruiser Brody?
Forget it.
Every night, we were like killers. Kept pounding. When you get Abdullah Butcher and Bruiser Brody in the ring, there'll be a lot of blood. Because Abdullah had this fork, and they did it every night. They was just a formula.
Jeez.
Oh, I love the fork. I can stab him in the head, stick it in his mouth, do everything. Probably 85% of the match was outside the ring.
Horrible.
He struck fear in the hearts of fans. When he went down to the ring, people moved out. That's an art. Brody's reputation in the business was he was a main eventer. And he could make you a lot of money. So that's why he was so popular. That's why so many promoters wanted him. Because he could put asses in the seat.
Bruiser Brody.
He's a superstar. And at the time, he was one of the biggest stars in the late 70s, early 80s. One of the biggest stars in the world. Bruiser Brody, he was a legend. He was a legend back before he died.
They're in Austin, Texas.
Oh my gosh.
They got a storage unit.
Every time I come out here, I find something new.
That's his son,
Some sentimental stuff.
Bruiser Brody's son.
There's a lot of it, though.
Here's a whole pile of photographs in here. I mean, take a look at that. Oh boy. I first met Frank in Australia in the hotel that I was working in. I had no idea of his character because I only saw Frank Goodish. I never saw Bruiser Brody. Frank was very quiet, very intelligent, even back in those days, just like a regular person. So he never lost sight of who he was. He didn't become the character he created.
That's football, huh?
In my own case, I spent 2 years with the Washington Redskins in 1969, 70, and 71. I was an All-American high school football player. I went to school on an athletic scholarship. We're
rolling for this, huh?
Yeah, we've been rolling.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
I won't. I don't think you said anything else.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and I don't think it's good that anybody knows that I'm Frank British.
Oh, what? I don't want to.
Frank was kind of a little bit of a renegade. We were together for a long
I
time,
mean,
and he just came up with this idea. Why don't we stop off in Vegas and get married?
this is before kayfabe died, you know.
It is not going to be an easy life. Out of a year, he maybe would only be home 3 months that year. It was a challenge, but you do it.
Was it Dark Side of the Ring?
He changed so much because then he wanted to do for his family, and he wanted to provide for his son. So it changed him, even made him softer than who he really was. When he was around his son, they had a really good relationship.
I do believe I've subconsciously possibly blocked a lot of things out, unfortunately. So a lot of stories I hear are stories that other people are telling me about my dad. At the same time, it's hard to hear these stories because those stories that people are telling me, and I don't have a lot of stories of my own to tell.
It was like this character that he created that was separate from the person I knew. I would take him to the airport, and he would just be dad, husband, get out of the car, had his hair pulled back, walk through those doors, take his hair down. He became Bruiser Brody on the other side, and I could actually see the whole transformation take place.
In July 1988, Frank departed for a booking in Puerto Rico, an isolated wrestling territory notorious for its wild blood feuds and the zealousness of its
Yes, Danny. Yep. I got it.
Blood City. Blood all the time. Big shows, you'd have 3-4 matches blooded. Because remember, I told you, people believed. And they believed when you saw blood that it was serious. Ricky Brogan's about to stop it. Look, the blood
Ooh.
is coming up. The people are violent people. They wanted violence.
People throw rocks at you, they throw piss on you, they throw urine on you, they throw feces on you.
They stole me. They used to take cups, put glass or stones and throw them at me. They
Jeez.
want to see somebody get hurt. They want to see somebody get carried out on a stretcher. Every place you go, they love violence.
Jeez, that's crazy.
So weekly planners, 1987, 1988. Just a daily activity.
Oh, really, Rory? Wow.
Workout schedule, regimen, where it's traveling to.
Wow, that's crazy.
San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Typical ambulances arrive 3 to 4 hours after an accident.
16th to 17th.
Jeez.
If that happens, unfortunately.
In July 1988, Frank Goodish left his family in Texas and entered one of the most violent wrestling territories in the world. His family could not have imagined that this would be the last time that they would see him alive.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Welcome back to Dark Side of the Ring Confidential. All right, guys, we mentioned earlier this was essentially the pilot for Dark Side of the Ring. Now you guys are working on season 3.
What's the pilot? That was the pilot.
Episode, maybe none of that happens. So the Brody episode, maybe more than the others even, is a labor of love, right?
This story captivated us from the very beginning. First off, it's like this true crime saga, a murder investigation that's taking place in a wrestling locker room. You know, and that to us was just like super fascinating.
No way, Lisa,
Diving
really?
into the idea of kayfabe, what's being protected, what's real, what's fake in the wrestling industry. This story also allowed us to explore the family side of wrestling stories.
Yeah, when we sat down with Barbara British, his widow, she was absolutely amazing. She never got to meet Bruiser Brody. She didn't go to the matches. She only knew Frank Goodish, the man.
And I think that's another fascinating aspect that a lot of non-wrestling fans don't quite understand about this industry, which is the performers, when they're around their family members, they are who they are in real life. But around fans and around the business, they have to kind of become this character and live in two worlds.
And there's no really better example of that than the story of Bruiser Brody.
Well, we're just getting started here on Dark Side of the Ring Confidential. Coming up next, it's Act 2, The Killing of Bruiser Brody.
All right. Let's have our first guest on.
Hey, what's up?
Hello. What's up, Athena? How you doing?
Just chilling.
Good. How you feeling?
I'm all right. My shoulder's getting like better, so.
All right, that's cool. I see you got the gloves on.
Yep.
You just got the. That's awesome. That's cool.
My girl thinks I'm a biker chick now.
That's cool. That's awesome. Do you know any? Have you watched Bruiser Brody before, or is this
Yeah,
kind
I
of new to
seen,
you?
I heard of the murder, and I was just like, murdered in Puerto Rico. I heard like they were saying it's a crazy area.
Yeah, yeah. I know Rory. He was saying that's something similar to that too. Yeah, it feels
I'm gonna
bad
turn
that
off
that
my
happened.
camera. My face is so zoomed in, I cannot see my. No one wants to see that today.
That's all right. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's just a horrible tragedy that happened to him. I mean, it's too bad.
I know, yeah, I heard he was stiff in the ring, but you don't murder somebody because of that.
Yeah, yeah. I know. You try to get the guy back. Like give him a potato if he gave you a potato or whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Yeah,
But
but
you
I don't
still
know.
wouldn't murder somebody over it.
No, it's not. It's not worth it. You're right. It's not worth it at all.
I just turn my camera on, screw it.
It's all right. Is are you ready for WrestleMania coming up?
This WrestleMania does not have a good build up, except with the only build up we got is Roman Reigns, Edge, and Daniel Bryan. That's it. And Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, maybe the Fiend.
That's it. Yeah, I could. I think maybe Shane and Braun may be good. Well, who knows?
Oh God, the report card scene, really, and the Nickelodeon slime. This isn't the Kid Choice Awards, people. The slime,
Oh.
really.
Oh,
Jeez.
Roy said he was murdered because he was asking for money for his bookings.
That's ridiculous. Jeez, people.
Yeah, I mean he should have been paid for his performance.
You can't just go like out there for free.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, that's horrible.
Dang, I look half stoned when I'm that zoomed in, man.
It's
Jesus.
okay.
But yeah, it's crazy. I tell you, like I was
I'm
watching something earlier about it. I don't know if it was Bruiser Brody or somebody. Like this one guy, like literally was going to get somebody. They did a stomp on the midsection and blood started gushing out, and they start beating up on the guy still.
Oh, jeez.
Absolutely blew our mind.
Jeez, that's horrible.
And Evan
All right. Thank you so much, Leanne. I'll have you on again.
All right.
which Brody traveled
Yep.
to Puerto Rico. After that date, there's nothing else. Yeah, that was like really powerful.
That was the Dark Angel.
Family, the point of view on the story changes to his
Next commercial break, we'll have another one, another person come on in between commercial break. The Dark Angel. That's right. Here's the link, guys.
It wasn't only his Puerto Rican fans who were waiting for his return, but some unresolved business and a bitter, long-standing grudge. The World Wrestling Council is Puerto Rico's main wrestling promotion, which was established by
Really, Rory? Oh, wow.
Victor Jovica and Carlos Colon. Carlos Colon! Carlos Colon! Carlos Colon was the boss. He's also a WWE Hall of Famer now.
He is.
Probably his biggest star is Roberto Clemente. Carlos Colon's right-hand man was Jose Huertes Gonzalez.
Like what Oski said. That's right.
As invader number one. Gonzalez also acted as the company's booker, the person in charge of the creative direction and outcomes of wrestling shows. Frank understood the value of his character consistently appearing as an unbeatable monster to fans, as a way to keep them coming back for more. He took this aggression to a new level when he wrestled a young Jose Gonzalez, when Gonzalez was hoping to make a big impression in the WWF. Brody and Invader, they didn't really care for each other. Their personalities did not mesh. Even their matches, you could tell there was something not quite right. He was a pretty decent guy if he liked you. If he didn't like you, he would beat the living crap out of you. But I just see Brody take people in the ring many a time and just beat them unmercifully. He would just beat them to death.
Well, I've tried to piece it together over the years. What brought this on? Let's go back into the past. In the mid-70s.
That's one thing.
I heard Jose Gonzalez to be like the next Puerto Rican star. Bruiser Brody came in, had a match with Jose Gonzalez, and just beat the shit out of him. He ate him up.
I mean, the whole face was swollen up. Looked just like a pumpkin. Brody beat him so bad that SD had to take him to the hospital. SD specialist Livy Jones, he was a wrestler. We put him in a car, and SD took him to the hospital. And he turned to SD Jones and said, "One day I'm going to kill that man."
Wow.
He was angry. I mean, his head looked like a pumpkin, brother.
Bruiser Brody was worried about one image. That was Bruiser Brody. Once the people see you get beat once or twice, that brand, and he knows this, the brand becomes kind of violated.
I actually didn't see it yet, Danny. I'm going to, though.
I don't know about the other professional wrestlers. I only know about Bruiser.
Willie Messiah, well, there must have been something wrong then.
It doesn't matter whether I'm in Texas or New York. It doesn't matter whether people like me or dislike me. I'm going to be just as aggressive every night.
But I also heard that Brody was making huge money in Japan, and he had wanted to invest in a wrestling promotion somewhere, and he had Puerto Rico in mind. And there was an owner, a part owner, a minority owner named Victor Quinones who had 10% or something. But a lot of it was owned by Gorilla Monsoon. And I think Victor Quinones was brokering a deal between Monsoon to sell his shares to Brody, which would have made Brody probably a minority owner.
I think he bought all that company. They wanted his money, but they didn't want his idea. And Brody ain't that type of guy.
Brody had his opinions. If you didn't like them, too bad. David Manning, I was the booker for World Class Championship Wrestling. I was a little worried because Frank was going to Puerto Rico to wrestle. Frank said they owed him about around $25,000.
Wow.
And he had asked for the money politely. He had been waiting for the money. He told me before he left, remember I said this, I'm coming back with my money. And he said, if I have to beat every one of them, I'm getting my money.
Brody had mentioned to people that, and if he took over, he was going to get rid of Jose. And also, Jose Gonzalez had just lost his 3-year-old daughter. She died in a swimming pool accident. She drowned about 3 months earlier. Now, his job is being threatened. He doesn't like Brody in the first place. So you add all those ingredients, it's like fire and gasoline, an explosion was going to happen, and it did.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Can I please tell the story? I beg you. Because I want to tell it. Okay. I want to tell the story. See. Wait. Yeah. Because I've been out for 2 days. I've been talking about everything but Brody. And I want to tell this story so bad I'm ready to explode. I've been carrying this story around in my chest for how many years now? This is how me and Brody started out there. Yeah. We work hard in the gym that morning. The same routine we did, this last day here on earth. So I go to the gym every morning anyway. And so me and him, we worked out together. And he said, hey, Tony, want to go get something to eat? So I said, oh, sure, I got to go get something to eat. And then he turned to me at breakfast and he said, I waited a long time to get in down here. So I just got the impression that maybe, just maybe, that he bought in the company. And he said, you are going to see a lot of changes.
Wow.
We was at the hotel, and Bruiser Brody and Dutch Mantel was sitting on the steps outside in the front of the building. And I said, Brody, I figured you'd be gone by now. He said, I'm waiting on Jose Gonzalez. He's supposed to pick me up. And right then I said, that's unusual.
Yeah.
Jose, the booker, leave his main eventer. And I said, you can ride with us if you like.
So we went to the show, and traffic was horrible leading into the stadium because the cars were lined up, so it was going to be a sellout. And we hopped out, we took our bags to where the dressing rooms were.
Now looking back on it, was kind of strange, because when I walked in, I got a strange feeling. But Jose was sitting there. I said, he's here. As soon as I come to the door, I saw the three of them sitting there, talking. Jose, Carlos Colon, and Victor, they were sitting in the football huddle.
Yeah, it kind of seemed a little strange.
Wow.
Because I've never really seen them together like that. And it didn't look like they were in conversation. They were just sitting there, which was even more strange.
Gonzalez gets up from his seat, looked me straight in the face, and left. Never looked at Brody, never looked at Dutch, and he walked out of the dressing room.
And Brody sat down right beside me. And I sat there maybe 5 minutes. And that feeling of tension just got stronger.
Wow.
So I said, I got to get out of here. I got to move. Maybe if I move around, it'll go away. So I get up and walk out. I go and I sit in the dugout, and I'm watching the crowd come in.
So I had my hot pad, I set my bag down, I set my chair, and I started sketching. Brody came over, and he looked at it. He said, that is freaking fantastic. You get all excited, big smiles on his face and everything. And he said, I wonder if you could do one for me. So he opened up his little pouch, reached in, and pulled out a picture of his son. Jose came back into the dressing room. I looked up, and Jose was standing there. And he had a towel over his head. Brody, can I talk to you for a minute, please? Just like that.
Wow.
Can I talk to you for a minute, please?
And Brody said, yeah. And he walked in there. And that's where it happened.
It's not unusual to discuss match plans privately, but on this evening, the conversation between Brody and Gonzalez would descend into an unthinkable nightmare.
Gaming with Wild Monster, what's going on?
We're starting to see a little bit of Tony Atlas here on the show. It feels like this could be a traumatic circumstance for him. Did you trigger any strong reactions with Tony?
Tony Atlas was the very first interview we did. We had never really interviewed a wrestler before. So we wound up interviewing this guy for 2 straight days. But I do remember that in that interview, there was a transport of quality where he was back in that locker room in 1988.
Yeah, and he really
What's up, Zachary?
That's why we left in that moment where we're just rolling while we're like setting up. Tony is just telling us, he's pleading to us.
That's cool, Wild Monster. Don't worry, man.
And then
It's all good.
Like breaking it down and like, okay, wait, let's go through every single piece. And that's what I think triggered him. And it was like, oh, wow, we have to kind of check ourselves. Yeah, this was a heavy, heavy thing for him.
Powerful conversation. Stay tuned. Coming up, it's Act 3 in The Killing with Bruiser Brody.
Okay, Act 3. Okay, we have our guest, King Henry Stickmin. What's going on?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. And
That's good.
I will share my screen.
What's up, CBB TV? Queen Elizabeth, what's going on?
Can you give me a second?
Are you ready for WrestleMania?
No, I haven't bought a ticket yet, and I don't.
And Jose's face and his eyes was bloodshot red. Then I saw the knife. The knife went in the air like this, with blood dripping off of it. I sprung up out of my chair, wrapped my arm around Brody's waist, just like this. I yanked him back, just in the nick of time to keep from his throat getting cut. And because I pulled him back, the knife hit and cut his ponytail off.
Wow.
That's how sharp that knife was. Carlos shoot right by me. And he grabbed Jose and pushed him up against the wall and said, no, Jose, no, Jose. And Carlos was keeping people away from Jose, telling the wrestlers, y'all stay back, stay back. So I take Brody, and I take him and I lay him down on the ground.
Oh, man.
I felt his intestines and blood all over his arm. And this whole arm was dripped in blood.
Shoot.
And he looked up at me. He said, brother, don't let him hurt me no more. Please, brother, don't let him hurt me no more. He said, don't let them. Not him. Them. That's why I didn't know who the hell he was talking about. Who else is involved in this, I'm thinking. I said, ain't nobody gonna do anything to you. Carlo tried to approach Brody after I laid him down. I told Carlo, I said, don't bring your ass over here. I will knock your mother head right off the shoulder. He said, Tony, calm down. I said, calm me down. I said, y'all just stabbed me down. I had nothing to do with it. I said, you're a goddamn lie. I said, y'all work together. So then Brody tugged at my leg. And he said, let him over.
So as I make my way back to the tunnel,
Jeez.
I could hear the noise. It was kind of dark in there, but I could see the lights in the dressing room. Something was going on, and that's when I asked Mark Youngblood what happened.
Richard Slater.
Vader stabbed Brody.
Well, Wrestling Empire. It's a good game.
And I see Brody laying.
It looks good.
Laying in front of me, and Carlos is leaning over, talking to him.
He said, Brody, is there anything I can do for you? That's what Carlo asked Brody. Brody said, just take care of my family.
And I don't know what Carlos was saying, but I'm sure he said, hang on there, man. We're going to get you help. We're going to get you help. But I do remember Brody looking up at Carlos and telling Carlos, tell my wife I love her. That's the only thing I heard him say. So that right there tells me that he doesn't have a lot of faith in his own survival. The shower had a door on it that wasn't clear. It was translucent, that you could see light behind it and figures. Vader never came out of the shower. He never came out. And he was in there with Joe Vica, who was part owner of the company. And they were screaming at each other. There's nothing I could really do, just watch. He walked out of the shower, walked around Brody's feet, went to his bag, got his keys, and he left. And his shirt, they said, was torn. Which tells me that whatever happened in that shower, that it was a physical confrontation with Brody ripping the shirt.
It took at least 35 to 45 minutes for the ambulance to get there. They tried to put Brody on the gurney. They couldn't lift him. Brody about 300 some pounds, was too heavy. So I got down in the squat position, squatted all the way down, and slid my arm underneath him. And he looked up at me and said, don't you drop me. And I said, don't worry, brother. I curl more than what you weigh. I pulled him gently and laid him on the girder. The old man walked back to the back of the ambulance to shut and lock the door. He said, before I shut the door, is there anybody here that want to go with him to keep his company? So I said, I go. And I jumped and got on the ambulance. And I remember guys look at me like, what in the is wrong with Tony? He should stay out of this. You can almost feel they thinking this. Nobody was saying nothing, but you can almost feel that they were thinking, what is wrong with him?
Like I've said before, I'm not a religious person. Never have been. Probably never will be. But I did go and say a little prayer for Brody, or whatever worth it could be.
Yeah, Roy. Show continued, right? Steve Wrestling Fan is correct. Same thing with Owen.
And I started crying again. I mean, I couldn't hold back the tears. And I sung this song. If heaven ain't a lot like this, I don't want to go. My voice got choked up. Everything got choked up. I just told him, I said, you're going to be all right, brother. I said, I'm going to stay with you, man. I said, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
There's an old saying in professional wrestling. Consider yourself lucky if you make it out with one true friend. On this night, Brody had that true friend in Tony Atlas. But he would need more than that to make it out alive.
I mean, he made it to the hospital.
Guys, we've just heard some
You know?
accounts from both Dutch Mantel and Tony Atlas of what happened that night in the locker room. I can't help but wonder, though, did you guys try to speak to Jose Gonzalez or Carlos Colon? I spoke to Carlos several times, and we tried to get him on board, but ultimately he decided to pass. And similarly with Jose Gonzalez, a couple of times where we tried to contact him, actually got him on the phone, and he pretended that he wasn't Jose Gonzalez.
Yeah, there's only two people who know what happened in that locker room, and it's Brody and Jose. And so it would be interesting to hear his side of the story.
One of the things I'm most fascinated with in this episode is that you managed to find actual footage of Frank Goodish talking, not Bruiser Brody. Where did you find that? Well, it was pretty wild because it's existed on YouTube. We actually always wanted higher quality footage of it. And somebody that we met along the way hooked us up with the guy who actually shot the interview, because nobody of that territory era really never.
They only care about the money. That's right.
That person versus persona aspect of the business. All right, guys, this is a pretty heavy topic that we're covering today, the killing of Bruiser Brody. But we're going to lighten the mood when we come back.
Push the Discord?
Fun stories about shooting with one of wrestling's most colorful characters, Abdullah.
I'm not sure how I would switch the Discord here. All right, guys, so there's the link if you guys want to jump on again. All right, we got Athena Rose. Welcome back.
Hey, I'm sorry.
How you
Matt,
feeling?
but when you hear a 7-year-old that's talking about, this is a dark side of the ring. They shouldn't be watching this. Listen to this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, who's on the? Is someone on the chat?
No, you were talking to them and they were doing the Wrestling Empire.
Oh right, you're right.
You have to be careful. That's actually a Nintendo official video, so you have to be very careful. Nintendo's very selfish.
Oh, Nintendo. All right, I'll look
You
into
have to
that
be
then.
very careful because that's a copyright.
That is oh, okay.
That can be a copyright if they find out.
All right, I'll look into that then.
But
All right.
I've been listening to the thing. Wow, he made it to the hospital, you said.
He did, yeah, and he didn't make it after that. I mean,
I think he got stabbed like over 20 times, I think.
oh jeez. Jeez,
Like,
that's
goodness
horrible.
sakes.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, the guy had a towel wrapped around his hand. I mean, I would think something was fishy. You know, I probably wouldn't have went
Yeah,
into
like,
that
that's a
room.
little fishy having a towel over your hand. Like, what happened here?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Sierra 21, what's going on, man?
Like, for real, if I had a towel over my hand, came on the stream, you'd be like, "What did you do?
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Did she go on a
Jeez.
murderous spree or something?"
Exactly.
No.
Hey, or something like I don't know. Like, why? Why are you wearing a towel on your hand? What's up, Kobe Talks? What's going on, man?
Enough, I had the leather gloves on, but still.
No, it fits fine. I mean, it looks good.
But yeah, like, it's just a shame, sadness, honestly. Like, Puerto Rico, that wrestling thing is nuts.
Yeah.
Like, literally,
Yeah.
like, John Moxley used to fight down there in 2005, 2006. He said it was nuts even then.
It's rough. Yeah. I mean, even Rory on the stream, he says, yeah, it's pretty crazy over there too.
They like the more brutal kind of beatdowns instead of like old school.
Yeah, yeah. Like they were saying, a lot of blood.
Yep.
I mean, jeez.
Did you see the private chat that April 6th is the Hall of Fame?
April 6th, yeah. Our Hall of Fame is April 8th, though.
So we're good.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Leanne. So I'll see you. I'll see you next commercial break.
All right, see you.
All right.
Learning more about these crazy characters that we've just seen on TV. Maybe no one crazier than Abdullah the Butcher. What was it like sitting down with Abdullah the Butcher in real life?
Just like piecing it together and making sure that it happened, you know, was a challenge in and of itself. This is us in the very beginning of this show, and obviously we've learned a lot along the way, but we were intimidated by Abdullah the Butcher.
And you were terrified of him as a kid.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God. Like,
how could you not be? The madman from the Sudan?
It is almost April. King Cullum.
This is who we're talking about, guys.
And we also heard that people have interviewed him before. You know, he's not broken character. He's done things that were questionable. And it was like, okay, we got to break the ice. We got to find a way to get this guy on board, and we have to find a way to connect to him somehow. And so I called him up, and I was like, hey.
Richard Slater, I believe you, man.
Just, you know, talk. So where do you want to go? Is there any place you want to go? And I'm
Steve Wrestling Fan. My belt, I have this one, and I have a bunch of them over here on this side, but I have them in a box right now. I don't have them on display. But I sold like 75% of my belts. Like I had to make room, so I sold them. Like I had so many. I had over 20 belts. So now I have maybe 5 belts.
He ordered everything on the menu, and he actually.
Oh, my bunny suit, Zachary?
People who weren't there.
I got it ready.
So, I mean, anything
I got my bunny suit ready for Easter, so you guys have to tune in for that. I was a leprechaun for St. Patty's Day, so I might be a bunny for Easter. That's all I'm saying.
Catching B-roll that we could use.
Can I share some of this?
I don't know. And he took a pair of scissors and he stuck them in his mouth and he started chasing me around. I wasn't expecting it. And he wasn't letting off. Like he was really like coming at me. And I'm just like trying to back up, but I'm like,
Yeah, Colby, well, a quarter is already done.
He had this amazing room that we show in the episode where, you know, he's got the nunchucks on the wall.
Oh, those belts up. I'm using StreamYards tonight. It's a different streaming app to allow you guys to come on to say hello and stuff. It's different than Prism. Prism, I have the titles on the screen. I can't do the titles on the screen in this app. But this is like an interactive stream where you guys can come on, say hello.
But the key important thing is that when we showed him footage of Brody.
And we're not doing wrestling trivia tonight. We don't do wrestling trivia tonight, but we're going to do it tomorrow night.
You're starting to see the Larry side.
Kobe talks, nah, I don't want to be in that one. Then, now, and always wrestling talk show. What's going on, man? Welcome to the channel.
yeah, he cut it in Japan. It's just him like screaming.
I'm going to be a bad bunny for Easter, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. You have to tune in for Easter.
And it's amazing. And so we always thought it was like the coolest thing ever. So I remember we were like, hey, do you remember that? And then he like had this like flashback to it of being like, oh, like, yeah, I do remember recording that.
We put the song on a speaker.
Oh, anytime, Steve. Well, here's the link.
We sat out there like smoking cigars and we just like jammed those tunes.
Oh, switch to Discord.
I can't believe this is real.
I don't know how I could do the Discord with this.
Singing.
Look, here's the link. If you guys want to join the link, you follow that link, and I can let you on to the stream if you want to say hello, anybody. During the commercial break, I'll let you on. What's up, Zoe?
What the hell did we just watch?
Oh man, I mean, it was cool because I think we really took him back, and he was very proud of that song.
Yeah, the whole day was just so intense. So after our interview, to be able to
Use your computer for it and turn up audio.
It's pretty fun. Boy, there's a lot
Okay.
here, but we're just getting
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that now. I'm going to have to figure that out.
Tony Atlas or Abdullah the Butcher. It's next on Dark Side of the Ring Confidential.
King O Mox? Yeah, I'll check it out.
Hey, this is Krishna on the Bolu. Stay tuned.
CR21? No, you're not banned, man. Yeah, the link is here, so if you guys want to jump on, we already seen Athena on the stream already 2 times already. Leanne. Does anyone else want to hop on? Tomorrow, CBB TV? Well, tomorrow we're going back to our usual app, Prism. We're going back to Prism. So there's the link. Anyone wants to hop on, now's the opportunity. If not, we're going to go. Athena's coming back on. Welcome back, Athena.
Basically, I'm your co-host, apparently.
Yeah, you're my co-host tonight.
Not a good co-host, but decent.
No, you're definitely a good co-host. I mean, can't complain.
Did you see, like, to get off topic, did you see those Mortal Kombat videos I sent you?
I have. The first one you sent me was pretty, it was okay. The second one you sent me, that was
intense.
That was so, because I think the blood was red in the second one, and they had more like guts and stuff, and I was really disgusted by the second one.
I told you would be.
Yeah, the first one I was like, oh, this is nothing, this isn't that bad. because they had the blue guts and stuff and whatever.
Yeah,
Like
like and smoke and everything. Yeah,
it didn't look that bad. But the second one, I was like, damn,
yeah.
this
I
looks
had to
this
send you
looks
the second one. It was in 4K, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna get cringed.
that one was like, oh man, I can't believe this is in a video game.
I know it's brutal. I tell you that.
Jeez. I mean, I haven't played Mortal Kombat in many years though. I'm sure it's gotten very gory as I saw.
There's
Jeez.
also X-ray moves you can do now. They're brutal.
There's what?
X-ray moves. Basically, you do a censure and do it shows the bones breaking and everything.
Oh, wow.
I'll
Wow.
send you a video on that later.
Yeah, send it to me. I'll check it out. William
Like
Shatner.
you should have reacted to that. You would have been like throwing up in your keto trash can or something.
Forget it. I don't know what I would do. Oh, what do you think about William Shatner in the Hall of Fame?
I think it's pretty cool. I didn't know he was 90 years old. My girl was like, "Yeah, he's 90." I'm like, "Holy shit! No way, man."
I had no idea he was 90 either. Jeez. Wow, he's getting on up there.
I can't wait till Kane and Rob Van Dam get in the Hall of Fame. That's gonna
Yeah.
and then the Davey Boy Smith too. That's awesome.
When is that happening?
April 6th.
Oh, Davy Boy Smith as well?
Yes. Yeah.
The British Bulldog.
Yes.
Oh, that's about time.
Yeah, I follow his daughter on Instagram. She was like, "Yeah, my dad's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame."
That is amazing. Wow, so the Hall of Fame is stacked.
Yeah, it's pretty stacked.
Jeez.
Oh, I just seen a picture of the Hall of Fame thing because they filmed it ahead of time, of course, because all the hecticness next week. You got Titus O'Neil way on the side and Hulk Hogan's right in the middle. And I'm just like, no comment.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Maybe Titus O'Neil knows it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Leanne, I'll see you next commercial break.
All right, I see you.
Thank you.
Guys, not giving any spoilers, who do you think was being more truthful in their testimony? Abdullah the Butcher or Tony Atlas?
Annabelle Watson, what's going on?
A timeline that didn't quite work.
When we walked away from the Abdullah the Butcher interview, we felt like we didn't know if we were just completely worked the whole time. And so we felt like that would be interesting for the audience to experience kind of the same thing that we're experiencing.
I'm using different headphones tonight. These are the ones that I use for gaming. So I wanted to see how it worked. So
although Atlas's struggle to save Brody's life was far from over.
We get to the hospital, and he lay there for probably about 15 or 20 minutes. I got freaking tired of waiting on the doctor. So I finally got one doctor that spoke a little bit of English. And I said, I've been telling people my friend been stabbed. How come nobody going to see him? He told me, he said, a stabbing here is like a cold in the U.S.
wow.
There's no big deal. He said, well, I would get to him when I can. They turned and walk away from him. I grabbed him around the waist, yanked him up all the way up on my shoulder just like this. And I carried him into Brody. So finally he looked at Brody, he lifted Brody's hand up. It was like this the whole time, just like this. At the same time he lifted his hand up, I remember I was taking his shoes off. When I saw his feet, and it was blue. Oh, no. Because I knew this is real bad. So I said, doctor, please get him in now. You got to go now. He started calling people. Come on, we need some help here.
Wow. His feet were blue.
I got so freaking mad when I saw that I punched the wall. I burned my fist probably about up to my elbow in that wall. That's how all I hit that wall.
While chaos and confusion erupted at the scene of Bruiser Brody's
Wow.
rumors began to fly and word reached across the stadium.
The horror game stream, Kobe. You want a horror game stream? Sarah Moliski, what's going on?
Stabbed or whatever. I said, come on. I thought it was a joke. In my opinion, I thought was working an angle. But when the doctor told me, and I says, holy shit. The doctor wouldn't be lying. That was it. Brody was
Really, Roy? Oh, Batista. Okay. All right, Annabelle, come back anytime.
Just another crazy, wild wrestling brawl.
No, I don't know what the world's coming to with all this. I mean,
I was banging on operating the room door, talking about what the fuck is going on in there? What's going on in there? And the doctor came out and he said, Tony, he had 2 8-inch cuts. He said, we got his intestines back together. He said, the only problem we have now is that his liver was sliced.
Oh.
He was going to be okay. He said, he's stable.
his liver was sliced.
You need to go home because everybody in here is more afraid of you.
I wanted to be as far away from that dressing room as I could be. Then I saw Invader walk in. He had on a different
CBB
shirt.
TV.
He continued business
You
like he had.
download the Prism mobile streaming app, and you stream from your phone.
I'm thinking, man, what bounce this guy?
Okay, Rory, I hope you feel better, man. Try to get some rest, chill out.
Well, when I got back,
Richard Slater, a sliced liver is a death nail.
there was more horrible than the stabbing. There was more horrible than him laying on that table. The most horrible thing that happened on that night was going back to that dressing room and hear laughter. First, I couldn't believe they didn't cancel the show. That was the first thing.
They didn't cancel the show.
Opened up the door, and the blood on the floor didn't even dry yet. And they in the dressing room laughing and joking and patting each other on the back, talking about how great the matches were and what a wonderful show it is. I took the freaking chair and I threw it across the damn hallway. There was a policeman that said, hey, calm down. He said, did you see what happened? I said, hell yeah.
Liver carries a lot of blood, yeah.
Did you get a look at the fan?
Bixby. Oh, don't worry, Steve. Don't worry, man.
He said, everybody in here said that Brody was stabbed before he got in the dressing room, that a wrestling fan stabbed him in the hallway and he stumbled into the dressing room. I said, that's a damn lie. I said, that's some of the big sitting right there is the one that stabbed him. He said, you mean Vader? I said, yes, I mean Vader. That sucker right there. That's who stabbed Bruiser Brody. I said, that's everybody dressing. He said, they all tell a different. I said, all they don't lie. I said, he the son of the bitch that stabbed him.
He was telling the cops, hey, that's the guy you need to arrest right there. He pointed to Jose Gonzalez.
The woman sitting right in the chair right there with his wrestling gear in his bag. Like nothing happened. That's the part that messed with my head so much. It was like nothing happened.
If you're a policeman and you come into a situation that you think could be staged, they didn't think it was real. Tony knew it was real, so they were actually engaging each other from different perspectives. That's why the disconnect.
Wow.
In professional wrestling, the line between fiction and reality is intentionally blurred. As the night's events continue to unfold, it would be nearly impossible for anyone to tell the difference or to know the truth.
Impact moving to Thursdays, Sammy. I didn't hear that.
What can you tell us about the timeline of events as he laid it out in all your research?
You have a very real situation, like in the
Welcome back, Annabelle.
So when the police show up to investigate, they immediately think that they're inadvertently being worked into a wrestling storyline. These matches are extremely bloody, extremely.
Everybody wants to hop on. There's the link.
So it's just so bizarre.
Otherwise, we're gonna have the Dark Angel
crime scene,
join again.
potential murder scene, and then be like, oh, this is part of a wrestling story.
And what's fascinating too is that the heels are.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. She's been a good co-host tonight, and
the stabbing took place in the babyface locker room, and in the heel locker room, you got Abdul the Butcher. When he gets the news,
Richard, you don't. I started watching Impact again.
And that's part of the storyline. Okay, more from the
last year. It was pretty good. It still is pretty good, actually. I was live streaming it. Actually, I kind of liked it. All right, we're on commercial break. Let's bring back our co-host. What's going on?
Nothing much just listening in, but God, it was way more brutal than I thought. Jeez.
Yeah, that's horrible. I mean, geez. So once there's a slice in the liver, I guess that's it, huh?
Most of the time, yeah.
Jeez. I mean,
Like, you can live as long as it's, like, you better be fast with the ambulance and you better be fast with the trauma team, because if not, you're done.
Jeez, I know what. Like, if someone donates, like someone could donate like half of their liver or something, and then it'll grow back or something, right?
Yeah.
But like, geez, so how come?
But you don't have time most of the time when you have that kind of injury.
Yeah.
Unless you got on hand already for some reason.
Well, Rory says you can get the Moxley picks cheaper on eBay.
Yeah, I don't trust eBay though. I hate, and like, it's just so weird. Like, Amazon, I bought a Dean Ambrose shirt back in 2014. Right when I bought it, they said, "Well, I don't have that in stock, bye." So I'm
Jeez,
like,
yeah.
nope.
Got to be careful with eBay and Amazon and all that.
There's only one app I trust to buy stuff. It's called Mercai.
What Mersari?
Yeah.
Oh, Mercari or
Yeah.
Mersari? Mersari. I've seen that.
It's actually a really good app. Like, I got some of my stuff here.
I thought that was something to be weary about too, but you're saying it's good?
It's actually good. I got some of my, like, stuff. I got some video games on there and everything. Everything was good.
All right, that's cool. Danny
Like,
says the
like, I can send my link to my Messiah profile, and you can get like $10 off your first order and blah blah blah. But I'm not like one of those CEOs, though.
Oh, okay. That would have been cool.
Yeah, you think I'd be like just? I'd still be on here, just chilling.
Yeah, Rory's right. The wrestling store that's near me, it's quite legit, and if you get signatures from them, they all come with certificate of authenticity.
But I don't have one near me. I live in like the redneck county of Kentucky, basically the countryside.
Yeah. I mean, if I go there, I mean, I mean, I'm sure you could check out this store online, possibly.
Maybe.
If you want. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Rory, you remember the name of the store so that maybe Leanne could check it out online, and you could place an order with them, and yeah, I mean,
That's not bad.
if I'm going to pick it up, I could pick it up. Oh, Rory said it would be shipping was $4.99 to your house.
Not too bad.
That's not that bad.
No. I got some shoes on the Messiah app. I got my knee-high Converse, so.
All right, that's cool.
We saw Bruiser Brody fighting for his life.
All right, Leanne, I'll see you next commercial break.
Episode here with his retelling, right? It's crazy too that in a locker room, those wrestlers, like Tony is the only one who.
Wrestling Universe in Flushing. Wrestling Universe. I was going to say Wrestling World. Wrestling Universe.
Very evident in the wrestling business is that notion of everyone's kind of in business for themselves. But Tony is a real guy. He's really trying to save somebody's life.
Let's get back to it. Here it is. Dark Side of the Ring, The Killing with Bruiser Brody.
While Bruiser Brody was fighting for his life at the hospital, Tony Atlas's eyewitness account of the stabbing was making the rounds.
So then that night you wrestled.
Carlos, come on, just time and talk. That night I wrestled Aaron Sheik, the night of the murder. I just went and did it. I just went in the match. He locked up with me. He said, "How's Brody?" The doctor said he's gonna be okay. And he said, "Wrestling fan, they told me that they dangerous." I said, "Jose Gonzalez did it right there. The sheet just straightened right up, just like that. That Jose Gonzalez Vader mother killed the King Kong of the Brody. He rolled right out of the ring and went straight back to his locker room. We only wrestled for maybe 1 or 2 minutes. I go to my room, and a guy named Savio Vega.
Oh, Savio Vega.
TNT. He said, "Tony, I got your bag. I went to your room and got your bag for you." I said, "For what?" He said, "Don't go to your room. They are looking for you because you're talking." So I took.
Okay, Rory.
And I went down.
Be safe, be well, man.
And I walked the beach the whole night. I tried to lay down and get some sleep, but kept waking up every time I hear something. I didn't. But I'm paranoid as hell now.
I go back to that hotel, walk to the front desk, and I told the girl, and I said, listen, if Brody gets any calls to his room, please put them through to my room. They said, okay.
The phone started ringing about midnight. Kept
All right, Rory.
ringing,
Have a good night, man.
but this
Hope
time
you
at
feel
1
better,
o'clock in
man.
the morning, I said, I'm going to answer and give them a piece of my mind. So I picked up the phone,
CPC.
and there was this woman, and she said, this is Nancy Cologne.
Yeah.
Or Nancy
I don't know if they were the same age or not.
I'm calling to let you know there's been an accident, and I think you better come to Puerto Rico. So I called the hotel, and they put me through to Dutch.
She said, who is this? And I said, well, this is Dutch. She said, well, what happened, Dutch? And I knew it was pretty serious, but I was saying, well, Brody had an accident, and it's pretty serious.
And that maybe you should come to Puerto Rico. He didn't have any details.
After I got the call, I tried to go to sleep. I couldn't sleep. Like I said, the adrenaline was flowing. About 8 o'clock, I get up. I go downstairs to the front desk. I said, can you do me a favor? She said, what do you need? I said, can you call the hospital that my friend Brody is in? She said, yeah. So she calls out there, and she's speaking Spanish. And I hear luchador, I hear wrestler, and then she starts crying.
Oh.
And I look at her, and she said, I'm sorry, your friend didn't make it.
Damn.
She said, no, he died last night.
Carlito. I don't know if he went back to Puerto Rico. I mean, the guy was jacked. Did you see him at the Rumble? He was obviously taking something. He probably didn't pass his wellness test. You know what I mean? Carlito, did you see what Carlito looked like? He was puffed up like a hot air balloon.
Hell no. No. No.
Abdullah told us that he didn't.
He lied.
Maybe they did, but not me. You understand?
He lied to you. Is that what he told you? I'm telling you what happened.
I had 5% of the business. You see what I mean? In a way that people did not want to talk to me.
He's lying.
If you own some of the territories, right?
Abdullah's lying.
Who's going to come and say, oh, this happened, or this guy done this guy done that? They were in their own little bunch.
He's lying.
So why would he come and talk to me? Brody was a friend, and I didn't want to be in all the gossip, what they were talking about. Nobody heard me say shit.
That's a shame. That's a damn shame that he done that. Dutch Mantel asked him. He was there in the meeting.
I think we all met in somebody's room. And somebody said, man, are they investigating this or what? I mean, a man died. What's going on here? I just started thinking, in this territory, this happened? That's why
Carlito, when I saw him at the Rumble, I knew something was wrong. I mean, for him to look like that, forget it. I mean, you saw him at a Hall of Fame induction ceremony where I believe Carlos Colon was inducted, right? He looked totally different. What's up, Dolores? You got news?
I did not see a weapon. As a matter of fact, no weapon was ever recovered. That weapon, whatever was used, what knife was used, has never been recovered.
I got my bag, I went to the airport, and I left.
Then I made arrangements. I said, I gotta go to the airport.
Got on the plane with Jeff.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Waiting to see if anybody was going to pick me up. So I looked around, and here's Abby.
I was going, and this lady and this little boy walked up. She says, oh, Abdullah, you don't know me, but I'm Frank's wife. She says, how's he doing? I said, what? She said, well, how's he doing? I said, they didn't tell you?
tell me what? I said,
What's up, Jacob?
he's gone. And she grabbed me. She said, oh no.
All you think about is surviving. All I thought about was I saw a man get stabbed to death holding on to Dan.
Lars Sullivan? Oh, I'm not going there. I'm not going that day.
When I put him on the ambulance, he had a picture in his hand. He laying on the floor, he's still holding that picture. He go in the operating room, he never put that picture down, bro. Never.
The irony of Brody's greatest nemesis delivering this news was only the beginning of the unthinkable events that would follow.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Okay, let's get right into it. We've had a lot of fun talking about Abdullah the Butcher today, but by this point in the story, he's starting to come off like the heel.
Michael Maroy, what's going on?
Abdullah's version of events. What do you make of the whole meeting situation? Well, I mean, the timeline of this whole thing is pretty
That's cool,
crazy.
Jacob.
There's no,
School
like, official
is
account
cool.
of it anywhere. But, you know, Barbara does corroborate meeting Abdullah at the airport.
Dolores, I don't know if Boots wants to
It
meet
was such a startling, wild
Lars. I have no idea.
mixed narration. And the piece says, like, you know, the irony of Brody's greatest nemesis, you know, being the one to give Barbara this news. And the fact that Barbara had never met Abdullah the Butcher. And these guys have such a long history. Just shows you how separate the lives are between, you know, the Frank Goodish family side and the wrestling side. It's just unbelievably fascinating. You couldn't write that in the movie. That was the main reason we chose Abdullah the Butcher for this episode, was that moment. Stay tuned. It's next. The conclusion. The killing of Bruiser Brody.
Jeez. Horrible. Horrible stuff. Horrible. Welcome back.
But someone was lying. I noticed, like, when someone was talking, someone was lying for real. Like,
I think Abdullah the Butcher was lying.
I heard he was really stiff in the ring too. So
Yeah. I mean, the way he was looking when he was being questioned.
he was kind of like looking around and kind of like.
Yeah, he was a bit apprehensive to answer, and I think he's lying.
Something's up. He knew about it.
I mean, yeah, you might be right. Maybe he actually knew about it too, that it was going to happen.
Like he had to leave Puerto Rico instantly.
Yeah, that's really
That's
suspect.
a little suspicious. Why
Yeah,
would you leave Puerto Rico and never come back?
that's really suspect. I mean, geez, and then was Tony Atlas saying that he was in the match with Abdullah, and Abdullah he stood up and ran back to his dressing room? Maybe that's why they were looking for him, because he told maybe Carlos and Jose, like, hey, he knows what happened and this and that. We got to get rid of him too. Maybe.
Maybe. That's a little suspect there too. Like, why would you run back to the backstage if you don't know what's going on, huh?
Yeah, like he said he wrestled him for 1 or 2 minutes, and he ran right to the back, and then someone got Tony's bag, and he said, "You got to get out of here because they're going to be looking for you."
That's a little bit questionable.
Yeah, I mean, jeez, yeah, that's horrible. I mean, jeez, I guess Brody, maybe he should have cut his losses and just forget about the 20, 25 grand and forget them, you know?
Right. But sometimes you have to make a living for your family.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he had money, you know? Maybe he's just, I mean, he was wrestling for many years. Maybe he was okay. I mean,
maybe he just wanted to experience something different. But it ended his life, sadly enough.
yeah, it's not worth it, you know? Money
Isn't the world, but sometimes people go for it.
Yeah, it's like the root of all evil, you know? See,
Yep.
the guy died over money, and jeez.
coming up in just a second. But before.
All right, Leanne, I'll see you next commercial break.
What are they up to these days? What can you share with us?
Barbara's interview was interesting. She's been through.
Steve, you
so
said
much
back then it was a ton of money. That was a ton of money. Yeah, it's a lot of money today, but it's a ton of money back then too. Probably over. Probably over 100 grand, right? Like it's a lot of money back then.
Storytelling to have both their perspectives to see, who Brody left behind.
Okay, guys, don't forget, stick around at the end of this episode. We're going to hear from a brand new voice. We haven't heard from
Savio Vega, okay.
Without further ado, here it is, the conclusion of Dark Side
Savio Vega.
Killing of Bruiser Brody.
Alone with her son in a foreign land and dealing with the shocking circumstances of her husband's death, Barbara Goodish found the strength to make the necessary arrangements.
Lots of money coming.
Nancy was Carlos Colon's wife.
Danny said it was 80,000.
Everybody is speaking
All right,
Spanish.
it's a lot of money.
And you could just see all these bodies in there, and then of course,
A lot of money.
Boom, just really started to sink in.
Not sure how long it took before it set in. We were in the hotel room, and I remember crying just incessantly for hours, yelling, screaming. I still didn't realize the magnitude of what happened. And it probably took, I don't know how long, 10, 15, 20 years maybe.
When everything happened, it was like, what do I do? How do I bring
Yeah, that's horrible. Horrible.
to the States? And it was like I heard his voice. And it was like
Today's money, okay.
Barbara, you know what to do. At that moment, it was, I need to cremate him down here and take him home with me. There was a very simple ceremony in Puerto Rico. I mean, nobody was there except me and Jeff and some of the wrestlers and some of the Puerto Ricans. And Jeff picked out his dad's costume. It was blue.
When did you
Jeez.
About 3-4 days later, from what I hear, he was taken down to a local precinct, never was put into cell. Bail was made for him immediately by some big business.
Yes, Steve, absolutely.
Same day.
And so did you come to learn anything about Jose Gonzalez or stuff?
I know that I'm not going to say his name. I know that the attacker did it. From what I can hear from everybody, the whole court case was a sham.
I mean, do you think there was a cover-up? No, it's not. The only guy that could have covered was Vega and I, and we didn't do that. Right. You know, we told the judge and the courtroom, we said, what we saw, we didn't really, because I didn't see any stabbing, I didn't see any weapon, I didn't see anything. A guy named Tony Rumble, the Boston bad boy, banging on doors. I told him, Tony, put your channel, put the TV on a certain channel. They're talking about the Puerto Rico thing. I flipped the TV on. I see Jose on TV coming out of the courthouse. I said, what, they had a hearing? He said, no, they have a trial. They let him go for self-defense.
What? Self-defense?
You got to be kidding me. They never contact me.
Self-defense.
So you never got contacted?
No. Never did.
For self-defense.
Never did.
Finally, my subpoena came in the mail for my appearance. And I already knew the verdict by the time my subpoena arrived at my door. It was 10 days late. That's why the verdict came back not innocent, but not guilty. And Jose never testified. But they believe what his attorney put out, that he was just merely acting in self-defense. The fans in Puerto Rico believed wrestling was real. That was the major reason that Jose was acquitted, because they believed Brody was this character, this wild-looking psychopath, hulking figure. And
wow.
His defense was self-defense.
Do you believe it was really self-defense? Wow. I don't know. You know, I respect the law. So sad. I really, you know, I wouldn't want to talk about this anymore because it makes me sad.
1 month after Bruiser Brody's passing,
horrible.
All Japan Pro Wrestling hosted a massive tribute show.
Michael Brody, yep. Brody Lee, rest in peace, Brody Lee. This is actually
the honor that
Bruiser Brody.
And being in that ring and hearing that.
Rest in peace, Bruiser Brody.
And hearing everybody chanting, this whole building, chanting his name, Brody, Brody, Brody. And I'm just standing there in the ring with Jeff, and it was the most, I mean, just to know how much he was respected.
Yeah, that's horrible.
With you, Bruiser Brody. Bruiser Brody was a brawler, mythic proportions, and will always live on as such in the world of professional wrestling.
I didn't ever guess that I was going to be a professional wrestler. Once I started in professional wrestling, I learned the ropes. If I had to do over again, I think that I would probably even pass up my 3 years in the NFL and devote them to wrestling because it's been that good to me.
He was one of its biggest stars in the 1970s and 80s and is considered one of the all-time greatest wrestlers in Japanese wrestling history, where he's still celebrated today as an icon.
I don't think he needed the money. I mean, he wrestled. He wrestled for years and years. He didn't need the money. He was doing it for principle. He wanted to get the money, but it's not worth it, man. Wasn't worth it, Brody.
See, legends never die. So if that was Jose thing to kill a legend, he failed miserably.
Michael Brody, I give away prizes every pay-per-view. So if you're the top 3 trivia scorers for WrestleMania, either night 1 or night 2, you'll win a prize, man. Jose and Carlos Colon, they both declined to be interviewed.
Continue to explore the untold stories of professional wrestling.
I wish he was here. Wish he was here. He dished it out. I dished it out. And we kept going and going and going and going. No, that will get Brody.
Brody.
Abdullah the Butcher, that was the fakest laugh I've ever seen, Bruiser. That was the fakest laugh I've ever seen, Abdullah the Butcher.
Back to Dark Side of the Ring Confidential.
That's a fake laugh, buddy.
The killing of Bruiser Brody, but there's still so much to talk about. What can you tell us about the trial? During our research for this episode, we had a number of newspapers from Puerto Rico translated to sort of understand like what the day by day, like how things were unfolding in this murder trial. And it was pretty interesting because
I can do a real
there was
laugh,
a big tug of war
but
between the prosecution and the defense.
he wasn't really laughing. He was faking that laugh.
My wife and my son that I love them and statements like that. That's, you know, a signal that Brody knew he was going to die, which obviously would have strengthened the prosecution's case. One of the other things too,
self-defense, I know.
The trial was that all the medical staff testified, and they all say when Brody was questioned about who did this, it was some form of Jose or Jose Gonzalez. So that was pretty stark. I'm curious about.
No, Michael, don't worry, man. There's nothing to be sorry about. Just so you know, I do give prizes away.
I remember something that we saw on Instagram. Our friend, $1 Million Champion of Philadelphia, had shared it, and I remember it was like, man, that was so powerful to see. And I think seeing it and seeing that image really kind of drives home everything. I think it makes the whole thing very real. All right, stay with us, folks. The episode may be over, but our conversation will continue on the other side of the break.
Hey, King Jacob, what's going on, man?
Wrestling legend Savio Vega called for a break.
I want to see what Savio Vega says.
Stay tuned.
Hey, this is Krishna on the Bolu. Stay tuned for Vice News tonight.
I want to see what Savio Vega has to say. We got. Welcome back.
Self-defense, my ass. Really? Come on. Come
Yeah,
on.
I can't believe that.
You're gonna believe an attorney over somebody else's word? Come on, that's ridiculous. You can't just go like attorney can say, "Oh, he's acted in self-defense," and you're actually gonna believe that?
Man, that's horrible.
What happened to people testifying in court?
Yeah, these guys. Dutch Mantel said his subpoena arrived late. I mean,
late.
I don't know. I don't know if even Dutch Mantel's telling the truth. I mean, at this point. Well, I don't know. Dutch, he didn't seem like the type to have a problem with Brody. I mean, it's kind of weird.
It's this like, wow.
Dalton Hart, what's going on, man? He said, "Save your tears for another day." That's a good saying, man.
True, but I don't believe it was self-defense. Then there was a thing on, I just looked up, someone said, like, let me read it. Let me see if I can find it now.
Yeah. 800
Like,
subs, Danny. Wow.
Atlas, who claims he saw him stabbing himself.
Stabbing himself. Who said that?
Tony Atlas.
Tony Atlas said he's seen it.
Yeah.
That
Atlas,
he was.
who claims he saw stabbing himself, recalled totally shocked. And
Wait, he said.
And adding to the police that a fan who stabbed Brody before he got into the dressing room.
Wait, Tony Atlas said that?
Yeah.
Wait, that's totally different than what he's saying on the show.
Yeah, like, that's what he said.
When did he say that?
It was on a website. It said, like, let's see when it 2019.
That was before the show.
Yeah.
I mean, no. That's after the show, because I think this show, I think it debuted. I don't know what year it was, but it was maybe around that time. Whoa. What the hell? That's a lot of contradictions going on here.
Jacob's backstage if you want to let him on.
Jacob? Oh, okay. I'll let him on next. Well, it's probably going to end, so we'll do a little post show after.
Do a post show, man.
Huh?
You should do a post show like after it. We can talk about it.
Okay, yeah, we'll do a post show then. All right, we'll listen to what Savio Vega has to say. I don't know.
Vega. I have to think who that is.
Okay. All right, I'll see you in a little bit,
All right.
Leanne.
The line in wrestling between cooperation and physical assault is blurred. To people's lives up.
New Jack. You know, I would like to see this episode, but next week we're doing a Hall of Fame.
Dark Side of the Ring Confidential. New episode next Tuesday at 9 on Vice.
Yeah, we're gonna do Hall of Fame next Tuesday. We're not doing New Jack.
Welcome back to Dark Side of the Ring Confidential. We just finished watching The Killing of Bruiser Brody together, and now we're back at the table with the creators of the series, Evan and Jason. Before we get to our special guest, Savio Vega, I do want to ask, what do we know about the murder weapon?
Well, in the trial,
Sarah, no.
when Carlos Colon testified,
Brody didn't kill himself. He was stabbed.
He spoke to Jose Gonzalez. Jose had said that Brody had tried to kill him. You know, this was a whole self-defense story that was happening here.
Jose said that Brody had brought the knife into the situation and that the knife was in his bag.
Any of the wrestlers who commented on that, it's been like, well, if you know anything about Bruiser Brody, that man doesn't need a knife. If you're going to talk about self-defense, like, well, where's the knife?
Guys, we mentioned earlier, this episode was not only the
What's the good news, Dolores?
love for y'all. Is there anything you wish you would have done differently? We would have loved to have interviewed someone from the Puerto Rico scene. Savio Vega was there, but with our time that we have, the budget that we have to make our show, we weren't able to fit him in. Well, the time is now. We finally had a chance to catch up with Savio Vega. Let's hear from Savio now. Hey, Savio, thanks so much for doing this. Yes, sir. Just to kick things off, we know that you knew Brody and you knew Jose and how things worked in that territory. What do you think happened that night between the both of them?
I hear some stories that they owe him money. Well, how much they owe him? Because I remember Brody come to Puerto Rico so many times, and he was a money man. Everybody, they come to wrestle, get their money, and go home. If they owe him money, why he come back?
Yeah.
Another theory that I hear was in New York when Invader was wrestled there. The old Vince McMahon told Brody to take care of Jose because he was one of the Puerto Ricans to help him there, and give him some percentage of the match. And I hear that Brody don't give him nothing.
Oh.
Savio, in the episode, Tony Atlas talks about how you came to him and sort of warned him.
Okay, Danny, I hope everything works out, man.
Take us through your side of that story and what really happened between you and Tony there.
So I remember he was telling him what happened, and he coming better too to translate. When he was translating to the cop, just looking at him.
You're not bothering me, Michael. Not at all, man.
This mother, he want the same thing to happen to him. So when he said that, I remember I just looked at him like, what a cold son of a bitch. What I told Tony, I remember, I said, brother, just be careful in the hotel. But I don't remember going to the room and grab the bags and just go and, that sounds like a move.
Savio, one of the things we weren't able to expand upon in the episode was the trial of Jose Gonzalez, which you were a part of. Can you just take us through your memories of that day?
The trial was okay. They sent me the papers to be there. None of the guys from the States arrived. They asked me if I know their address. I said, no.
Real story is Invader really stabbed Brody. Not a fan.
They said, well, they say they can found it. I said, why?
Atlas despises Puerto Rico.
And they booked the guys to come to Puerto Rico. I was maybe sit down, I don't know, 25 minutes maybe. Here come their lawyer, ask me a couple of questions.
Jose's still wrestling today? Jeez.
The clothing. This is the clothing that Invader had on, yes. And that's it. You could go home.
I wanted to ask one more question about the trial, because I remember you telling the story, I think it was on Jim Cornette's thing or maybe another thing, where you talked about running into Jose or Jose's attorney in the bathroom or something. Can you tell us that story?
When I went to the bathroom, behind me was the lawyers and Jose. And Jose grabbed my hand and shook my hand. And when he shook my hand, I just look at him and say, do you know he have a kid? And he said, yeah, and walk out. And here the lawyer said, thank you. Thanking me for what? When I was there, I was like, thanking me for what? For saying the truth? If you're saying the truth is bad, so they have a problem. I don't have a problem.
All right, Savio, thank you so much, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Anything, let me know.
Oh, RVD signing at Wrestling Universe May 16th.
Is it possible to look back fondly at
I would like to check that out, especially if Katie Forbes is there too.
Us personally, we look back on it fondly because it's really us trying to figure out how the show is going to work, and we reference it every day.
Since we've made this episode, I feel like Brody has really stayed with us. He's still.
Oh, Savio Vega is telling the truth. Don't trust Tony Atlas.
Well, thank you guys for all your hard work.
But
thank
Roy,
you all for joining us here on Dark
Tony Atlas on this show said
First of all, thank you, Mr. Bruiser Brody.
Jose's stabbed.
Good night.
Jose's stabbed Bruiser Brody. I mean, he said that on this show, but on the interview that Leanne found, he said something totally different. So I don't know. All right, we're gonna do a little post show here. Welcome back.
Yeah, like Tony Atlas, I'm really getting really suspicious. Like, why?
Yeah, why would he say a totally different story than was shown in this video? I mean, this is really crazy.
Like, New Jack, there's nothing new. He almost killed opponents. He admitted that, so.
Yeah.
What's he going to say? Oh, it was an accident.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
somebody, and he literally said when he threw somebody off the rafters, he said, I hope they hit the turnbuckle and die. I'm like, dang, man.
Yeah, New Jack, he's no joke, that guy. I mean, I remember.
He's a psychopath.
Yeah, I remember watching New Jack live. I mean, that guy was no joke, New Jack. Jeez, I mean,
and you think John Moxley is a psychopath?
Yeah, John Moxley, he's pretty hardcore though. I mean,
But
I
at least he
seen.
didn't go like, I'm gonna kill every opponent.
Yeah.
If they went against each other, New Jack probably kill him.
Well, forget it. Forget it.
Anyway. Because New Jack is a sociopath, psychopath, sociopath, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I mean, New Jack. Yeah, that guy's definitely got a screw loose.
The screw? He's got the whole freaking. He's only played with the Joker.
Yeah, probably. Rory says the summons were served to witnesses 2 weeks after the trial. Yeah, yeah. They said that. Dutch Mantel said he got it late.
Right. Like, it's weird. Honestly. Hang on.
Yeah.
Something. Sorry, my ponytail holders were showing.
Oh, that's all right. Don't worry. Don't worry.
My
Yeah,
little.
that's crazy.
But New Jack, I'm not going to watch that one. Oh, I know what he's all about. There's
Yeah,
nothing new.
I think that's the same night as Hall of Fame, so we'll probably be doing a Hall of Fame.
I'm definitely can't until Davy Boy Smith gets inducted. He really deserves it.
Yeah,
Rob Van Dam, all them. Kane.
long overdue for British Bulldog.
Where's the Undertaker? Dang it.
Undertaker, you know, they're saving Undertaker for a crowd.
Oh yeah.
They're saving him.
Batista bailed out so he can have fans there too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Batista. I mean, he's not as big of a star as Undertaker, though. I mean, Undertaker. That's
True.
gonna be a huge ceremony for Undertaker.
I used to be a huge Batista fan, like in 2006, 2007, 2008. I actually named my cat after Batista. Actually.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's cool.
He's actually 14.
Wow.
3 feet long, built.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
When
funny.
my friend came over, it was like, is
Wow.
he gonna eat? I was like, no.
What kind of cat was it?
He's a Russian blue mixed with a Korat.
Oh, wow. Wow, so he was big, huh?
Oh, he's big. He's still alive.
Oh, he's still alive?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
He can't see out of one eye, but other than that. Then my other cat's in here getting jealous now because I'm not talking about her.
Oh, that's all right.
The John Moxley hater cat, I like to call her.
Did you ever heard of a Maine Coon?
A Maine Coon. Yeah, that's what my other cat's part of. She's part Maine Coon and Norwegian Forest.
Wow, it must be a big cat.
Not really. She's small because of the it's called a ragdoll cat. She's
Oh. Okay. Okay. Because I was looking at Maine Coons, and those are
They're
some big
huge.
cats.
Yeah, they're huge. Nice and they're so fluffy. Despicable Me reference.
Yeah, those are some huge cats, a Maine Coon.
Yeah, like then my other cat, he died. We think he got poisoned, but Dark Side of the Ring of my cat. We should do that.
Yeah, that's horrible.
We think he got murdered, but we're not for sure because when I found him, his fur started falling off, and we found this liquid supposed to be clear, and it was black liquid. When we found it.
That's not good. That's horrible.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it was someone put like it was supposed to be like, you know, liquid for your plants, right?
Yeah.
And it's clear. We think someone poisoned it with something else because we tested it on a box. Me and my sister were like CSI, I guess, and she was going for a veterinary technician. We tried it on a box, and it actually melted through the box.
Wow. Can you imagine what would happen, you know, if you ingested it? Forget it.
Yeah, he was dead, like, when I found him.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
But he was a German Rex and then part of, what was it? I think it says Tabby. German Rex Tabby cat.
Tabby, yeah. Tabbies are pretty big too, right?
This one was pretty small, but when he stretched out, he looked bigger.
Oh, okay, okay. Jeez,
he was a gray and silver gray white mix.
Oh.
My dad used to joke around with me with the Owen Hart thing. I'm not a nugget, so we named him Nugget. I wanted to name him Rocket, but that didn't work out.
What's up, Fresh Salad? What's going on, man?
But my next cat I'm gonna get I know what I'm gonna name it already. If it's black and has blue eyes, it's gonna be Raiden.
That would be a cool. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, that's cool.
my dad had fighting fish named after Mortal Kombat characters, so now it's my turn to have a cat.
That would
Named
be cool. That would be awesome.
that black cat I had, I named it Moxie.
Moxie?
Not Moxley, but Moxie, because he was
Oh,
kind
Moxie. Oh, we have a new guest here. King Patriot. What's going on, man?
What's up,
Moxie?
What's going on?
How you feeling, man? Yeah, what's going on, man?
Not much. I'm actually talking
We have
to
a new guest here.
Finally.
King Patriot.
So
what's going on, man?
Much.
Moxie?
What's going on?
How you feeling, man?
Good.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
So how you actually do?
We have a new guest here.
Finally.
King Patriot. What's going on, man?
Much.
Are you gonna have to lower? You're gonna have to lower it. King Patriot.
Like when you have
Lower
YouTube
what?
and StreamYard, you have to X out your YouTube. You be fine though. You still be on the StreamYard, man.
Are you gonna have to lower? You're gonna have to lower it. King Patriot.
Lower what? Lower what?
Oh, you have to exit out your YouTube, but stay on the StreamYard. You still be on your.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, I do it a lot.
Got it.
There
You got
you
it?
go.
All right. Awesome, man.
So Matt, how you doing this?
Oh, this is called StreamYards.
StreamYards,
It's so
eh?
simple. Like what you
Yeah.
do. You want me to describe it, or you want to because you're the host. So whatever you want to do. You want me to describe it?
Sure.
Yeah, you describe it. Yeah.
I'd love to
Okay.
hear
What
it.
happens? You
Please.
you can go on your Facebook or your YouTube channel, and you can go like live stream from there. It takes 24 to 48 hours from your YouTube channel. Then you can live stream anytime you want. You get 23 hours a month. And that's my premium pack for, I think it's like $24 a month or something, and unlimited streaming hours. 10 people on your live stream. You're good set.
Awesome, sweet.
It's actually free.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's actually free. You don't have to pay for the other version. Yeah, I'm doing it for free.
Yeah, this is how I stream also on StreamYards, but I don't stream live stream anymore.
So Matt, how many times do you do this now?
This one I'm doing once a week with the StreamYards.
Once a week, eh?
Yeah, but I'm doing the other shows 3 times a week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just don't forget about us like you did last week on the StreamYard.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Drug on that.
Yep.
Oh, I was doing dishes. Long dishes. Dang, how many dishes did you have? Like the whole New York City streamline?
Yeah, I was doing dishes and I forgot to come back.
The whole Grand Central Station dishes or something.
Yeah. What matches are you guys looking forward to for WrestleMania?
Oh boy.
Probably Roman Reigns and Edge and probably Daniel Bryan. That's it. Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna look forward to a triple threat match between Edge, Roman Reigns, and who's that third guy who's wrestling?
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool.
After not being in WWE for like 10 years now, correct?
Yeah. Long time.
Yeah.
And Edge is a heel now out of nowhere. That was for that heel turn. It was actually pretty epic because literally he came back as a face, of course. Then all of a sudden he's a heel, and I'm like, oh wow, this is going to be a turnaround.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan. I haven't seen Liv Morgan in a while. Steve Wrestling fan. Yeah. I think Shane and Braun Strowman, they might have a really good match at Mania.
If they stop doing their Nickelodeon stuff.
Yeah, the slime.
This isn't Nickelodeon's USA Network. I know Peacock's probably be the rated G show for everybody, but why would you delete the Attitude Era stuff but have like 50 Shades of Grey on your thing? Like seriously, come on.
Yeah, that don't make sense at all.
I'm not going to describe 50 Shades of Grey because there's kids on the stream, but don't look it up until you're 18. Or at least, you know.
Yeah, Steve wrestling fan. Yeah, Edge. He officially turned heel though, like at Fastlane officially.
I was not really shocked. I was actually going like, ooh, this is going to happen. It's coming. It's really coming to be a heel turn because he was promoting it week after week with Daniel Bryan.
Well, who do you guys think is going to win that triple threat match?
I want Edge or Daniel Bryan. I want Roman Reigns to lose because all he says, I'm the head of the table. Okay, we get it for the last freaking 6 months. Shut up.
I want Edge to
Because
win still.
Superman punching, say because Superman punched to the mouth to yourself, man. Shut up.
So he deserves that title if he wants to keep his career going, you know.
Yeah. I gotta go with either Edge or Daniel Bryan too. One of them is coming out with the championship. I'm having a. I don't know which one though. That's the issue. It's pretty hard to decide.
But probably Edge because Daniel Bryan said he's going to go part-time soon, so you don't want another Brock Lesnar. I'm sorry, I'm not a Brock Lesnar fan. I'm a Brock Lesnar disliker. Come on, like you're going to come back like once a month and say I'm the champion, then come back for that pay-per-view, then leave for 3 months and go like I'm back.
Saying he might return to WrestleMania 37, hopefully. I saw them
maybe.
You never know, honestly. WrestleMania is unpredictable most of the time.
It is. It is.
Then you got SummerSlam that's unpredictable too.
Yeah.
Sometimes and Royal Rumble. So you got 3 main things.
Yep.
Oh, Steve wrestling fan says Daniel's taking the pin. He's taking the pin, so he's losing.
Oh.
Okay.
Like I just read something like Bad Bunny legitly hit the Miz like full on fist. At
Raw, yeah, he really hit him.
Hit him.
He really hit him, yeah.
But I kind of don't blame him, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't like their music video. I thought that was kind of
prerogative. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I didn't like their music video at all.
Like, it was kind of like, what's your all's favorite wrestler? Mine, everyone knows mine, so. Like,
yep.
Okay. My favorite wrestler of all time? Probably Owen Hart. Underrated. Very underrated, very technical. Can be a half flyer if he wants to be, and then a submission artist. It's just like his brother. And he can be a powerhouse if he wanted to be. Because I read his wife's book, he can lift over 350 pounds at one time.
Wow, he was strong.
Yeah.
What about you, King Patriot?
What?
Your favorite wrestler of all time?
Oh, John Cena.
John Cena. Okay, that's a good one.
We know yours. Brock Lesnar. No, I'm just kidding.
Stone Cold. Yeah, Stone Cold.
I bet you were so happy when Brock Lesnar beat Dean Ambrose in that street fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that street fight. I thought it was kind of it was too fast, and I didn't think it was that good.
Fault. He did not like. Dean was there like early in the morning. Brock didn't come in until 6 o'clock, almost to the show. They didn't even get to train for the match and everything. It's like, really?
Yeah, that's horrible.
They changed it last minute. Dean was supposed to win, but they changed it last minute, of course.
Wow, Dean was supposed to win?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
They was supposed to promote him for his title reign and starting in June after he cashed in on Seth Rollins.
That would have been good if he defeated Brock then.
Right? But no.
Jeez.
Nope, that didn't happen. Of course. I just turned it off right after that too, and I was like so mad. I'm like, ugh. And then the ladder spot I got with Luke Harper and Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania 31. That was insane. Did you see that ladder spot?
No, I didn't see
with who? Luke Harper and who?
Dean Ambrose. Did you ever see that ladder spot?
Oh, at WrestleMania 31.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was horrible. He really got hurt, right?
Yeah, he his knees actually hit his face, but he got like stitches staples right there in the back of his head. Like he said, "Hey, I walked out. I'm fine." He said, like when Brody died, he said, "I would never trusted anybody else to do that spot but him. Not even Roman or Seth. Only trusted
jeez.
Brody Lee to do it
Oh, wow.
because they were close friends and they were in the Indies."
Wow, that's
But
incredible.
I just paused it at the right moment. I was watching it yesterday. His knees literally bended up and hit his face almost. That's how concordant it was.
Oh,
I'm like,
that
that
was
could have
that
broke
was
his
hard.
neck. That could have broke his neck or his back or anything, man.
I thought he seriously got hurt after that move.
I know. I was. All he says to himself, like I heard his mouth move. I think I broke my wrist. I'm like, that's all you're worried about? You could have broke your neck or back or been dead. I think I broke my wrist.
What's up, Ian Glazier? What's up?
Well, that proves that Dean Ambrose or John Moxley, whatever you want to call him, pretty like ruthless. He doesn't care.
So, King Patriot, what's your favorite match of all time?
Ooh,
that's a
good question, man. Oh.
Yeah.
I need some time to think about that. You two can talk while I'm thinking about that. I'll let you know.
My favorite match of all time is Britt versus Owen at WrestleMania 10.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Brett versus Owen, WrestleMania 10. That was a really good match.
It was.
When I was a kid, I used to study that match. I used to like that match so much.
And that's the first Owen match I watched, honestly.
Wow.
Then I started looking up more matches, and I was like, yeah. Like, cool, here.
My favorite WrestleMania match. When Shawn Michaels almost defeated The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I forget what WrestleMania was, though. I think it was...
Was it 25 or 26?
26, yeah. Shawn Michaels' last match.
I watched that on pay-per-view. That was my first pay-per-view I watched because my dad was a huge Undertaker fan. Every week, every day, I would go to school, and he'd write on our whiteboard, "Rest in peace, HBK. The career's over." And I was the Shawn Michaels, and he was the Undertaker, so he would pile drive me and be like, 1, 2, 3. I'm in 6th grade, for goodness sakes, and he's still picking me up and going.
Oh, jeez.
But that was like. Then the next day, his farewell speech. That's just right after it. I'm like crying like a baby. I'm like, I miss him so much already.
Yeah. I knew he was gonna lose. I knew he was gonna lose.
Honestly, now I look back, I'm like, yeah. But then he came back in 2018 looking like Mr. Clean on crack.
He did. He should have never came back.
He admitted that I should have never came back.
He did it for the money. He did it for a payday.
I'm like, come on, Sean, you're the head leader and writer of NXT UK. Come on, how much money do you really need? And plus, you get Hall of Fame thing, you get retirement. You're old enough to get probably Social Security by now. Jesus. No, he's not old enough to do that, but still. I'm a huge Shawn Michaels fan, but still, come on, bro.
Yeah. And Triple H,
he tore his freaking pectoral muscle in that match. Was it that one or was it? Yeah, it was that match.
Same match. Yeah, it was a real bad match.
Yeah.
I'm like, I literally watched that match and I'm just like, am I watching two beginners, two little kids, 4 little kids getting in a wrestling ring and going like, I can do a sweet chin music. I can do like a Adam Cole sweet chin music, hit him in the chest with a super kick.
Oh man.
Like Jesus. They were slower than my grandma and Hurricane, for goodness sakes. That's how slow that match was. Even my grandma looked at the match I showed her. She's like, dang, I can go faster than that. I'm almost 82 years old, for goodness sakes.
Excuse me, Matt. You got any vaccines? You got any vaccine shot yet?
No, I don't think I'm gonna get it. But you guys getting it?
Yeah.
Same is the same way you are, Matt. He's
I
probably
still
not.
need to get my first one. Yeah, my second one.
Oh, okay.
I have
Okay.
to get it because I don't want to get my grandma sick.
Okay.
And plus, I'm going to be a teacher, so I have to get all the vaccines.
You have, yeah. I'm gonna try not to get it, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. If it's mandatory, I might have to. But
I don't think they're going to make it mandatory. We're not in a dictatorship.
yeah.
Mandatory?
Did you
What's
see
that?
my message last night on Mike's stream? I said, "Hey, I emailed the North Korean dictator. You should."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
No, I would never do that. No, God, no.
No,
He
like
probably-
King Patriot. That's if they make it so you have to do it. Like they make it a law.
I see.
Yeah, that you have to do it.
Oh,
so
boy.
I hope they don't. But if they do, then I'll do it.
You never know.
In my state, I have to wait till after April 12th here in Kentucky.
Wait and see.
Oh, Steve, you got yours on Sunday. Okay, that's cool. I mean, yeah. I mean, you guys want to get it? That's fine. I mean, I'm gonna hold off for now, but I'll see what happens.
Like, this COVID era sucks. I hate it.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a year. It's been a year. I think.
Yep, over a year.
Over a year, a little over a year.
Right after my father passed away, like it hit. And the weirdest thing, I was really sick right after I came back, and I got Asian food that day. No offense.
Oh wow.
Not trying to be
Yeah.
Sarah, but
No, it's okay.
I'm not, she's probably gonna kill me now, but
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
But what happened? I had that, and like did that. I came home. I couldn't breathe hardly, and my nose was stopped up. I'm like, did I have COVID back in 2020?
You might have. I mean, you might have.
For like a week and a half, I had to take sinus tablets, everything. I thought it was the severe allergies. But, oh god, it was the worst.
I
fevers, oh god.
Yeah, I feel like I had it too in the very beginning. I had a fever and I had chills for like 2 days.
Yeah, that's the way I was too.
Yeah, and
I took NyQuil like it was like candy, and it was. Ugh.
Yeah, I took NyQuil. I felt good, well, better, and then it cleared up in like 3 days. So I don't know if I caught it, but those are symptoms of it.
Yeah, like I lost my taste, everything. I was like couldn't breathe hardly, like it would hurt. I'm like, holy crap! Did I have COVID?
That's cool, Kurt.
It was crazy.
That's all.
It's crazy.
Crazy enough.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if I had a severe sinus infection, which I get very often because my allergies are like hell here.
So what's it? Oh, sorry. What would be like a dream match you guys would like to see that hasn't happened yet?
Oh.
Live or dead?
I'd say alive. Let's do alive.
Dang it! Because one person.
What would yours have been if it was like if they were dead?
Mine would have been Owen Hart versus Daniel Bryan.
Oh wow, that would have been epic.
Or there's another one I wanted. Eddie Guerrero versus Shawn Michaels.
Wow, yeah, that would have been. Forget it.
Both Eddie Guerrero and Owen Hart. Definitely.
That would have been a show stealer right there. Forget it.
That was supposed to happen at WrestleMania 22. Eddie Guerrero versus Shawn Michaels.
That was supposed to happen?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Damn, that would have been epic.
I know.
I think I have a good one.
What's up?
I had to go with John Cena versus Randy Orton in a barnyard match.
A barnyard match?
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
How about you, Matt? Let's hear yours.
I'll probably want to go with Sting versus Undertaker, even though that happened before, but not with
Wait,
their
it did?
not with their characters. So I would like to see that
Wasn't
Sting
that
and
like in
Undertaker.
WCW or something?
Yeah, that
A long time ago?
that happened before, but it wasn't like they didn't have their characters or anything. I would like the characters like Sting and Undertaker. That would be epic,
That would have been good.
epic. And I guess of all time, like if you could bring back like past and present, I'd say Bruno Sammartino against Brock Lesnar.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. I mean, I would like to see that. I think that would probably be I don't know what would happen if Brock Lesnar against Bruno Sammartino. That would be like two powerhouses like going at it.
So, Matt, what do you
My
think?
cat's asleep in front of my door.
What was that, King? Was that King Patriot?
What do you think's gonna win this match, WrestleMania 37? Sasha Banks or Bianca Belair?
It's a good question. I think Bianca Belair is going to win.
I would like to see her win too.
What about you, Leanne?
I want Bianca Belair to win, honestly. If I had my choice.
Bianca Belair. So yeah, I think she's going on top. I think she's going to win. I mean, she won the Rumble. I think
That's the problem. Like, some Royal Rumble winners don't win.
that is true. Yeah, that is true.
Like, they go all through hell and then not win.
Well, what about Asuka and Rhea Ripley?
Oh,
I want Rhea Ripley to win that.
Rhea Ripley.
I think Ripley's going to win too. I think so.
Unless Charlotte gets in the mix out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, Charlotte interferes.
I'm sorry, but she gets everything on a silver platter because Ric Flair's her daddy.
She does.
Every freaking thing. She'd be like, they make a women's extreme belt, and then out of nowhere, she's like the most hardcore women's wrestler ever. Which actually goes to Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker right now. That match was the best women's match I ever seen in my life. Ever.
I think so too. Me too.
And I don't even watch women's wrestling because usually it's just a drawn out drama story like, my boyfriend did this and this and that. I'm like, am I watching Days of Our Lives or am I watching wrestling?
No, that was a rough match. I couldn't believe they had that match.
I loved it though. It was good.
Yeah, I loved it too. I mean, it was so brutal. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, Bianca. What am I thinking? Britt Baker went backstage. I watched the AEW backstage. She goes like, Mox would be so proud of me.
He would be, yeah.
Then let's see what else happened. I forgot what else happened. Oh, Terry Funk versus John Moxley. That would be good. Or Mick Foley and John Moxley like an extreme. That would be good. And
Mick Foley, yeah.
That would have been.
And John Moxley, yeah.
Woo! That would have been like something else.
I wonder when Ronda Rousey is going to return. It's been so long. It's WrestleMania 35.
Oh, it's been 2 years, yeah.
Yeah. When do you think she's going to return?
Is that the real Johnny Boots?
No, I think it's Gamer Guy, but he just left.
Oh. Yeah, I just noticed now the name was spelled different.
Yeah, it was spelled, yeah. I mean, I don't know if we're going to see Ronda in a while. I mean, maybe they're waiting for fans, They're not going to bring her back.
If she comes back.
True.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
She's got a YouTube channel, She has quite a few subscribers on her YouTube channel.
A gamer, like,
yeah,
I
do watch some of her videos
on
time to time. Not all of them, but just some.
Mortal Kombat X, I think it was.
Oh, okay. Oh, Steve said Terry Funk versus Roman Reigns. Funk takes reigns, the head of the table whipping.
Wow. Wow. I used to be a Roman Reigns fan a little bit, but now it's just like, dang, do you have dementia or something? You're the head of the table. You say it every Friday. Chill out.
Yeah, I
And
got
then you have,
tired. I got
and
tired
you
of
get,
Reigns.
and then he posts on his Instagram all the time. He goes like, I got these new Air Jordans. I got these Nikes. Good for you. Oh, Matt, you said see my cat. There you go. There she is.
Oh, wow, she's a beautiful cat.
Hates to be picked up though. So hang on.
Aw.
Oh, so you don't like to get picked up?
No. She tries to
Oh,
she gave me a V trigger one day. She scratched me into my face. Looked like I was
uh,
disappeared for like a couple of days.
Ooh.
oh, jeez.
Ouch.
Ah, I'm used to it. Raised with cats all my life, except one dog. Because I was allergic to dogs when I was a kid, so
Ooh.
cats.
Yeah, I mean,
I've had a lot of pets too in my life.
I want a pet lizard or a scorpion, but my girl's like, hell no on that one.
Gamer guy, you have a phobia for animals. Oh, I mean,
Oh,
you know,
that happened. Actually, there's a lot of phobias out there. Honestly, I'm scared of bugs.
yeah, I don't like bugs either.
No. Especially mosquitoes, though. They're just annoying.
Oh god, mosquitoes. I can get. Oof, gosh.
Yeah, they're so relentless, mosquitoes. Forget it.
I know it goes as much as I used to.
When it's the summer.
Yeah.
When it's the summer, forget it. You gotta watch out for them, especially.
Like my dad used to say, mosquitoes come out of counties just to bite me. Sometimes I wonder if I'm the same way, I swear. But my boyfriend's little brother's girlfriend has a fear of frogs. Frogs, yep, frogs.
Fear of frogs.
If she hears a frog or any near it, she would not go near the porch.
Right back, guys.
Okay, all right, King. Yeah, Gamer Guy says if he's...
I had a fear of big dogs, so I kind of feel where Gamer Guy's coming from. Because
Yeah, he says...
I got bit right there with a dog.
Oh, you got bit in the nose.
And yeah, and blood started gushing down my nose and everything.
Oh, jeez.
It was Halloween, my last Halloween with my cousin. Before he passed away.
Jeez.
And I got bitten right there. I was in a ninja costume. And I didn't even notice I was bleeding because my costume was all black, but I feel like this stickiness. I'm like, and he puts a flashlight. My face is covered in blood, and my neck's covered in blood.
Oh, damn, that's horrible.
But the person that got bitten with the dog because he got too excited, he got too happy. That's it. Was a nurse. It was a nurse. Thank God for that.
A nurse.
Oh,
Jeez.
and so she clotted my nose so I can go back to Halloween. That Halloween, I got 50 pounds of candy, so blessing in disguise.
That is a blessing in disguise.
See, pit bulls are bad unless you train them. Some people to train them back. Yes, I agree with that because my sister's bulldogs, sweetest ones you ever meet in your life. But then you go to where my cousin lives at now. There's a pit bull right next door, and every time I walk her Yorkie, freaking, they jump at the gate, try to, like, literally, I was near the gate. The dog tried to bite me.
Oh, wow.
Right on my shoulder. And I'm just like...
That's never fun.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
what's up? What's up, Austin Steele?
Yeah, the vaccine can cause blood clots.
Hey, Jovan, what's going on? You're on the stream? What's up, Jovan?
Hey. What's up?
It's crazy, I tell you.
What's going on, Jovan? How you doing? He just left.
Oh, come on, you were just here.
He does that. He does that a lot. He goes like, hi, bye. Kind of thing.
It's all right.
But,
not phased by Fournier's scoreless debut. Chris Graham of Sports.
I used to let's see. I used to some crazy stuff I used to do. I used to pretend I was Shawn Michaels, dive off my freaking jet, go against people. One day I got the Owen Hart prank, untied my shoes. Someone untied my shoes, and I fell chest first into the ground.
Wow.
First got rib cage, and I'm just like, so I got pile drive. I lost.
Oh, jeez.
Takes a plane Saturday morning to OKC.
That must have been rough.
It was. Then I pretend I was John Moxley. I knew who John Moxley was, and then pretend, like first is gonna get a table and put like fake thumbtacks, like looked like Legos. So I took the guy and put him on the thumbtacks, and I went boom, elbow drop. That was a nut. That was crazy. When you're 10 to 11 years, 10 to 12 years old, you're crazy, and it's crazy. Then I had to quit after I had my concussion. So in 8th grade. So
I think you're gonna look for him to, not exactly, but he's gonna fill that similar role that Gordon.
No, who's coming to SmackDown, gamer guy?
Oh God, Logan Paul. Oh God.
Oh, Logan. Oh, jeez.
Can we get the Logan and Jake Paul in a ring? I would face them head on. I don't care. Even though I'm not supposed to do any combat sports, the neurologist just orders. I don't care. I freaking risk a migraine over those two. Wait, I might get migraines just looking at them, so I don't care. That's how bad I don't. They're just freaking glued to everybody almost.
You know, he's a vet. He's kind of done this before. And
Hey, what's up, Roy?
Blocker of two, but expect him to be.
Roy, what's up, Roy?
I guess he's not going to speak.
Yeah. How you doing, Roy? Okay. He just said hello in the private chat.
But yeah.
I mean, that's gonna be cool. I guess.
I'm not watching it.
Yeah, WWE. They just want to. They want ratings. They want money. Like they don't care. You know.
Jake and Logan Paul, I can't stand them. I face them head on. Really, I face them.
Yeah.
Even though they're supposed to be UFC boxer kind of people. No, you're not.
No.
And even though I'm not supposed to face them, like do any combat sports. Yeah, you're not supposed. I'm not supposed to do any combat sports after 8th grade, so.
Oh yeah, I know all your injuries. Yeah, I know it's rough.
What? Do I care? No, I don't. Risk a migraine over those two cretins.
All right, so I'm gonna have to sign out early tonight, unfortunately. So it was nice talking to you guys, but is there anything you guys want to leave us with tonight?
Let's see. Dude, and I don't even know. Hey, I'm like Matt Riddle. I lost my words.
Matt Riddle, yeah.
There you go. There you go. Wrong way.
How about you, King Patriot? You got anything you want to tell anybody, or?
Have a good night. See you tomorrow, Matt.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Yep, there you go. There's your words. Finally remembered after I got on my scooter and left.
That's perfect.
All right, we're here.
Is that Gamer Guy? What's up, Gamer Guy?
Makes a huge difference. So this team needs any sort
All right. Well,
I'm not sure if fans can save them, but it's worth a shot because
all right. So I hope you guys have a good night tonight, and you be safe and be well. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Alrighty.
Thank you for joining me, King Patriot, Roy, and my co-host Leanne tonight.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
I lost my words a couple times because I'm Matt Riddle. I'm just kidding. I'm not Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
I may do some things like Matt Riddle, but lost my words at the last moment.
It's okay. It's all right. All right, guys. So have a good night. I'll see you guys next time.
Yep. See ya. See you next week.
All right. Good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.
Alrighty. Bye.
Good night, everybody. Be safe and be well. I'll see you guys next time. I'll see you tomorrow night. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining me on this live stream for Dark Side of the Ring. And thank my co-host tonight, my impromptu co-host, the Dark Angel, Athena Rose. Have a good night, everybody. MATTROISE signing out. Be safe and be well, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.